This is a rhetorical synthesis question, and you know that when you see these bullet points here at the top. So for rhetorical synthesis questions, you want to first find out what it is you should be looking for. If there are multiple choices that do that, then you can get into the bullet points. So what are we looking for here? Here, the student wants to present the conclusion of this study. So the conclusion of the study, the results of it. Let's see which answer choices are not doing that. A says, like Tibetan mastiffs, Tibetan wolves can withstand these conditions at high altitudes. So that might be the conclusion because I didn't read the bullet points yet. So let's save that for later. B, both of these animals have mutations in their genes which prevent excess hemoglobin production and boost the oxygen carrying ability, respectively. So they both have mutations. That could be a conclusion as well. C, in addition to preventing excess hemoglobin production, a mutation in the mastiff's gene boosts the hemoglobin's oxygen carrying ability. Once again, that could be a conclusion as well. So we're getting into a harder question here, but let's glance at D first. D says, by interbreeding the wolves 24,000 years ago, the mastiffs acquired the genetic mutations that enabled them to withstand the conditions. So we need to find out what the conclusion is. This is one of these more rare questions where you actually need to get into the information. And off the top of my head, I might say that's like 1 out of 4 of the rhetorical synthesis questions. So let's read through the bullets. So these mastiffs are large dogs native to the Himalayas. A mutation in their gene prevents excess hemoglobin. A mutation in another gene boosts their oxygen carrying. These mutations enable them to withstand low oxygen conditions at high altitudes. In a study, they noted that the wolves' DNA has the same mutations, and they determined that the dogs first acquired these mutations by interbreeding with wolves 24,000 years ago. So, what is the conclusion of the study? It's the determination that they first acquired these mutations by interbreeding with the wolves around 24,000 years ago. And there was an answer that said that. That was this one right here. By interbreeding with Tibetan wolves 24,000 years ago, the mastiffs acquired the mutations that enabled them to withstand hypoxic conditions. So that matches the conclusion perfectly. So we're going to go with D on number 26.